Hello YouTubers, I will discuss in regards to trade rumours, players that are linked to an exit to the club. Before I start, it will be much appreciated if you can subscribe, comment and like. Every subscriber will be very much appreciated. Alright, let's start. The orders of the team will be in the reverse alphabet order. I will start with West Coast Eagles first and finish last with the Adelaide Crows. Alright, let's go. This is West Coast Eagles. And this is the same old rumour of Barras. A couple of years ago he was linked to Sydney. However, this time, even though he's under contract, he's linked to Collingwood. It'll be interesting to see if Barras stays home in West Australia or moves interstate. The next team is the Western Bulldogs. The players linked for an exit is Bailey Smith. There were two teams that after his service, or as rumoured, are Geelong or Hawthorn. He's out of contract this year, did his knee this year, and won't be playing this year. He's been linked to, either Geelong, Lysa, or the young developing Hawthorn, who are on a good run. See, it'll be interesting to see if he stays at the Dogs or goes to one of those two Victorian teams. Next team is Sydney Swans. They've got no players linked exiting. They've done all the hard work this season and re-signed all their players that they needed to re-sign. Gordon, Hayward, Logan McDonald. However, there's one player to watch for. This is more for 2025. Chad Warner, a local West Australian, is out of contract end of 2025. And I can see both teams, Freo and West, making a play for him in the 2025 season. But just watch this space. The next team is St Kilda. They've got one player linked for an exit is Josh Battle. He's a free agent and his current team, St Kilda, have offered a 6-year contract, and also the Hawks have offered a 6-year contract to acquire his service. This will be interesting if he decides to stay or go, but there is a potential good free agent compensation. Next team is Richmond. Plenty of outgoings linked to this team. Tigers' rebuild can be accelerated if they traded for many draft picks in this season. The number of players that are linked for the Tigers are: first one, Daniel Rioli. He has 3 years left of his contract, but there have been many rumours of him being linked with his former coach, Hardwick. It will cost a lot to acquire his service, given that he's got 3 years left of his contract. And you'll say minimum, the Gold Coast will have to offer at least 2 first-round drafts to acquire Rioli. Next player out of contract is Liam Baker. He's out of contract and is linked a move back home to West Australia, mainly with Fremantle. And Fremantle do have 3 first-round draft picks. They do have the assets to acquire his service. Third player is Jack Graham. He's an unrestricted free agent, but he's been linked to West Coast Eagles. The next player that is linked for an exit of Richmond is Shea Bolton. He has 4 years left remaining on his contract until season 2028. He's been linked to a move back home to Fremantle, but West Coast is also in the mix. And lastly, another player linked for an exit is Tom Lynch. He's linked to 2 Victorian clubs that require key forwards such as Collingwood and Melbourne. Next team is Port Adelaide. This one is more out of left field, I've read in the media, and it may not come true. I don't expect this to happen, but player linked with an exit will be Travis Boak. I see more him retiring than go to another team. As in comparison to Callum Ward, the Kangaroos are seeking an experienced midfielder to help their young kids, and Boak is out of contract at this season. I just can't see him moving or leaving Port, but he has been linked to North Melbourne as more the leadership role and help out the young Roos midfielders. The second Port Adelaide player linked for an exit is Dan Houston. Has he played his last game after being suspended from the showdown game? He has been linked to either Melbourne and Carlton, so he's been linked back home to a Victorian side. The next team is North Melbourne. The player linked for North Melbourne is Will Phillips. However, I'm still waiting for confirmation. It is allegedly that Will Phillips has signed a 1-year contract extension that will run out until the end of season 2025. The next team is the Melbourne Demons. Alex Neil-Bullen has requested a trade home back to South Australia for planning reasons. So both teams from South Australia, the Adelaide Power and the Crows, will be in the mix to acquire his service. And the second player linked for an exit for Melbourne is a bombshell, Christian Petrarca. However,
he is contracted until 2029, and I don't know how to see this trade go through, given that he has 5 years left of his contract and will be at least a minimum of 3 first-round draft picks to acquire his service. So I don't expect the tracker to leave, but just watch this space.
The next team is Hawthorn. There are no link of players wanting to depart the Hawks. Good young team, they are on the up. Will be more incomings instead of outgoings for the Hawks. The next team is the GWS Giants. There's a number of players linked for an exit. The first one is Harry Perryman. He's a free agent, restricted free agent, so he's been linked to Essendon, Hawthorn and a Power. Rumours are the Giants offered him a 5-year contract, but however, those 3 teams are very interested in him, and we'll see how it goes, given that it's this late in the season and he hasn't re-signed yet. Another player is his fellow teammate, Isaac Cumming, and he's linked to the 2 South Australian teams, Adelaide and Port Adelaide. The third player linked for an exit to the Giants is more for experience. Callum Ward, the former captain, club like the Kangaroos are seeking for experienced midfielders to assist with the young players of Churcher, Dersma, Wardlaw, and so on. Having an experienced player on Ward's leadership makes sense for the Kangaroos. The next team is Gold Coast Suns. The same rumour that you hear every year for the last 3 years is always Jack Lukosius. He's always been linked to the 2 South Australian sides. However, he does have a number of years left in his contract, so if both South Australian team want to prize him back home, they'll have to pay significantly in terms of draft picks to acquire service. However, Power have traded away a number of first rounders in the last few years, so this may not be applicable for the Power, so we'll watch this space. The next team is Geelong. The current player that may be linked for next is Brandon Parfitt. Start of the season, he'd put contracts talk on hold, but lately he's been playing the VFL, and one team that has been linked to him is the Adelaide Crows. The next team is Fremantle. There are no players linked for an exit of the Dockers.
The next team is Essendon. There is one player linked for an exit, and that is Dylan Shield. However, he is contracted until the end of season 2025, and for this season in 2024, he had played 9 games. The team that he is linked to is St Kilda, and they try and make a move or a trade for him last year. So watch this space for the Saints and Shield. The next team is Collingwood. There are 2 players linked for an exit. The first player is Joe Richards. It is alleged that Port Adelaide has offered the small forward a 4-year contract to move to Port Adelaide, and he is out of contract. The second Collingwood player linked for an exit is John Noble. He has asked for a trade to the Gold Coast Suns. However, he has 2 years left of his contract remaining until the end of 2026 season. So if Gold Coast wants to make a move for Noble, they'll have to pay, given that Noble still has 2 years left of his contract at Collingwood.
The next team is Carlton. Players linked for an exit are Callum Marchbank. He's been linked to the Kangaroos and he's out of contract. Given that he's not getting much game time, and the Kangaroos lost McKay last year as a free agent and picked up Pick. Kangaroos need some experienced assistance in defence, and Marchbank has been linked to North Melbourne. The next player linked for an exit is Jack Martin. He's out of contract come end of this season, and he's been linked to West Coast Eagles. Martin has had a number of injury, and Blues have recruited Fantasia, who's been getting significant game time this season, and the re-emergence of Williams up forward, so Martin may be on the move come end of the season.
The next Carlton player linked for an exit is Matt Always. He is still out of contract, and the Blues are playing finals soon, and he still remains out of contract. It is a surprise that he hasn't re-signed, and some other clubs are circling to see his availability. So watch this space for Always.
The next team is the Brisbane Lions. They've done all their hard work and re-signed Luggage and Jared Berry. The only player that is linked for a possible departure is Devon Robertson. He's playing a lot of games in the VFL for the Lions, and he's contracted till year 2025. Watch this space, and he's likely to be linked to West Coast to return back home to his state. So we'll see what happens at the end of the season. Pros. The first player is Elliot Himmelberg. Last year, the Giants tried to make a play and acquire him during the trade period, but he had 1 year left of his contract. However, end of this season, Elliot Himmelberg is an unrestricted free agent, and Giants signed him, at which the Crows cannot match. So if he wants to join the Giants,
the Crows have no choice to match it, and he's linked to the Giants and is an unrestricted free agent. Crows player linked is Sam Berry. He has put contract talks on hold. He's an inside midfielder who's pretty rugged, and it's more about him seeking opportunities, finding a team that will have more options in the midfield. Watch this space and see what happens from now to the end of the season if he gets more time in the CBA for the Crows. And the last player linked exit for the Crows is former Collingwood player Mark Keane. Keane has 1 year left of this contract, and therefore if Collingwood do make a play for him, they will have to offer the Crows draft picks. Given that Collingwood don't own a first round draft pick, will the second round of draft pick be sufficient for the Crows, given that Keane is under contract and has settled well in the Crows 22 this year?
Thank you for watching my video. If you like the show or my video, please subscribe and comment. All subscribers are much appreciated and makes me happy, as I know that people are watching my show and enjoyed my show. Have a good day and hope to hear from you again next time. Cheers!